The Aventador is Lamborghini's top production model and as such is its most high-powered standard offering, whether in coupe or roadster form. It is also the most head-turning Lamborghini available to most folks. A handful of even more exotic, small-batch cars have been built, but the Aventador's edgy style remains a crowd-pleaser. The Aventador has the exotic supercar formula nailed. Start with a hypercharged, eyeball-blasting look, really, a confection of angles and lines and scoops and truss in liberal amounts of horsepower, V12 harmonics that soothe and split eardrums at the same time, and a track-ready addition that convinces above-average drivers that they're ready for 200 miles per hour plus heroics. Oh, and then truss in a more powerful limited edition in the form of the Aventador SV, new for the 2016 model year. Inside the cabin it is much the same, futuristic, edgy, and jet-inspired. The space don't feel much like a typical street car at all, it feels more like a TIE fighter. The Aventador's wailing 6.5-liter V12 engine is rated at 691 horsepower. It uncorks its ferocious V12 life rattle right behind the two seats in the snug, low-slung cabin. That massive power, pushed to all four wheels through an ISR, independent shifting rod, automated manual transmission, is 0-60 miles per hour acceleration in under 3.0 seconds, and a top speed claimed at 217 miles per hour. It gets better. The Aventador SV is rated at 739 HP, up 48 HP on the standard car. It sheds about 110 pounds of weight, thanks to more extensive passages of carbon fiber and from some deleted features like an infotainment system. It's pegged at a 0-60 miles per hour run in under 2.8 seconds, about a tenth quicker than the standard Aventador, and runs off top speed numbers estimated at more than 217 miles per hour. Driving the Aventador requires a come-to-God moment, wherein you reconcile its razor-sharp looks with its 3,700-pound curb weight and paddle-shift transmission. It's lightning bolt quick in a straight line, but can lag in corners as it battles its weight, its width, and its all-wheel drive system for a scalpel-clean line. On the streets, the ISR transmission can be rough, even in strata mode. It is slow to engage, resulting in a herky-jerky takeoff from a stop. Swap to Casa mode and the shifts become lightning fast and hit by a bus brutal. The happy medium lives in sport mode, where the shifts are quick enough to be comfortable, but not so violent. Cycling those same modes also helps its ride smooth out. It's always rather stiff, but not always objectionably so. Its immense width can also make the Aventador feel somewhat cumbersome around town, when parking or navigating narrower lanes and streets, though a self-raising nose feature does help improve clearance over speed bumps and driveways. The Aventador SV feels smarter and sharper on the track. It gets adaptive magnetic suspension, which adjusts at each wheel during cornering, largely suppressing body roll and making the steering and handling even more responsive. The adaptive damping also counteracts brake diving. It also has electric power steering, which variably adapts the steering ratio to road speed and to the dynamic mode selected. It cuts in immediately in tight corners, which with a liberal amount of rotation allowed at the rear end, gives the Aventador SV a playful feel that we'd normally describe as tossable, except it's happening at 150 miles per hour plus, when you don't want to toss anything. Inside the cabin itself, the Aventador isn't especially spacious despite its width. The low-slung nature and scissor doors mean you have to half slide, half fall into the seats. Once there, the seats are snug and legroom is enough, but not ample, especially for 6-footers. Fitting a weekend's worth of luggage in the front trunk area is possible, but it is tight. The SV's interior has been completely revised with a clear focus on weight reduction. The new sports bucket seats and the door panels are made of carbon, and the interior's lightweight design excludes an infotainment system, available as a no-cost option, carpets and certain noise insulation parts. Gas mileage, As you might expect, isn't he phenomenal? But then this is a $400,000 supercar, so you shouldn't really be pinching pennies at the pump. At 11 mpg city, 17 mpg highway, and 13 mpg combined for the coupe, or October 16, 2012 mpg city/highway/combined for the roadster, the Aventador is rather ungreen even by supercar standards, however. Like any good supercar, and any modern Lamborghini, the Aventador is nearly endlessly personalizable thanks to the company's Impersonum program. Every shade and hue under the sun, nearly any material of upholstery, and most of the features or technologies you could want can be yours for a price. But you're buying a headline-making, neck-snapping supercar, so why skimp? Build your dream.